Hello, everybody. This is Niall, and this is the second episode of my new series called Teens Read. The first episode is talking about Aragon, the first book in the Inheritance cycle, which is a book series by Christopher Paolini. He does really amazing books, and so this is going to be the second book called Eldest, the second book in the Inheritance cycle by Christopher Paolini. And so if you haven't checked out the first video, you should probably go look at it because, this might not make as much sense without reference from the other book. So, in this second book, Aragon is basically he reaches the Varden, which are the Resistance, and he starts he becomes like a instant celebrity in the Varden because he's really what they've been hoping for hundreds of years, and they've been waiting for a dragon rider that can help them fight back against Galbatorix, because anyone without a dragon can't possibly match someone who has a dragon. No one can fight against the dragon riders except for other dragon riders. So, in the second book, Aragon kind of rises up through the Varden, and he starts fighting with the Varden, fighting for the Varden. He really makes up his mind that he's going to join the Resistance and be part of it rather than something else. Like, he actually got the offer to join Galbatorix. And so basically, this book is really fascinating because he's going out and he's adventuring through the world, and he's meeting other races. He meets the dwarves, he meets the elves, and he meets a ton of people. And the way Christopher Paolini does it is he makes so many different individuals that build onto the story one at a time, and there's so many supporting characters that help build the story and lift the imagination. And he really does an amazing job at creating an entire backstory and supporting characters. It's almost as if it's a movie, but it's a book. And I really like that about these books. And so I think a few of my favorite characters are Nasawada, who is the leader of the Varden's daughter, because she's always she's fighting back, and she doesn't do what her dad tells her to. She engages in the battles. She doesn't go and run away. She actually becomes the leader of the Varden in this book. And then probably my second favorite character is Murtagh, who is someone Aragon met during the first book, and he was almost Aragon's best friend for a while. And he was really an amazing character because he had so much depth to him, and he had mysteries, and he was a really incredibly influential character to Aragon because he and Aragon really bonded together. And it's amazing how... And Murtagh really seems to know so much. And it's incredible how Christopher Paolini builds him, because he just gets so many secrets, but he's a really, interesting character. He's very adventurous. My third favorite character, probably in this book, is Auric, who becomes one of Aragon's best friends after Murtagh gets captured and taken away by the spies in the Varden. And Auric is basically Aragon's guide to the Varden and through the Varden, and Auric kind of helps him find his way, but in doing that, Auric becomes a really good friend and companion, really, an ally in the politics of the Varden and the dwarves and the elves. I really enjoyed this book, especially because it's when you start seeing the first kind of clashes between the Varden and Galbatorix, and you start sort of seeing Aragon kind of really starts shaping into a really strong character, whereas before he was kind of just following Brom and then Murtagh, and in this book he really becomes his own character, and he he manages to get a really strong presence, and I really enjoy that aspect of this book. And I also really like the aspect of him meeting people, meeting new races, building friends, getting companions, getting allies, and making enemies among the dwarves and elves. And it's really incredible seeing how highly developed everything is. Like, how highly developed the entire story is. Because he has things that I never would have thought of. He has, like, a once-in-100-year celebration that happens with the elves in the next book, actually. He has just... He puts so much thought into things that really make the book better, but most people really wouldn't have thought of. And so I really enjoy this about all of Christopher Paolini's books, but especially this one. He has so many details that he throws in, like Angela, the witch. She is, like, the most mysterious character out of all of them. She has so many secrets. You never even learn where she came from or who she is. And she has a weircat as her pet, and it's incredible, like, how he ties her into the story, even though she's a completely, like, random character. Aragon just wandering through the garden meets her, and it's incredible seeing how detailed he makes his characters. Like Angela, she has so many secrets, and you never learn them. And it's just incredible how well Christopher Paolini does at building his characters. So, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for future books that I should read, leave them down in the comments. And thank you for watching.